Reverend Andre Wade. Once again, come to reminisce about some things. Praying peace upon y'all families today, and praying peace upon those who are incarcerated, women, men, and teenagers. I have to always say that because I'm always mindful of the people that's incarcerated. It's a must that it's a must that I put that in on a daily basis because it's always on my heart. And I know what it's like to, to be incarcerated. And I know what it's like to go to prison, right? For the first time.
So this is directed towards people who are getting locked up?
Yes.
You're giving them advice?
Yeah. Because we go to prison, right? And we don't know what to expect. We be so in that form of thinking that, when we get here, what to expect? This is your first time, and we get in these places and we be confused in a sense. And the reason why I say that is because there be some fear in us. There be some fear in us because you're going to a place for the first time, and especially if you're going to a maximum security unit and you hear so many things about it. And one of my things that I did, I paid attention more so to the people that I deal with every day. And, it's amazing how you feel like that your best friend in prison has to be from Houston or from somewhere, in that surrounding, But a true friend in prison is somebody that they there for you. They there for you for whatever, for bad or worse. And that true friend in prison is that one that go out his way. That'll go out his way. You share everything, you share food, you share news that you get from the streets. That true friend that's always there to, hey, baby, let's go to rec yard. Maybe, you're going to rec yard together. If somebody mess with you, they got to mess with him. Those are true friends inside the walls, because you have to have a true friend. It's totally impossible to do a whole lot of years in prison and not have a true friend, especially if you're on one unit. And like I was on a ESAM for 10 years, and I stayed on 7 dorm, and I stayed on 7 dorm for probably about 5 years in the same bunk. And so that being in that bunk and being on that dorm, people, come to your bunk and you kick it with them because, you don't have no anybody sitting in your bunk. You don't just have no anybody sitting in your bunk. You know how to have an old Bluefoot. Bluefoot, that's a punk. He in your bunk. So everybody on the dorm like, hey, man, boy, I got that old Bluefoot over there in the bunk. You don't be figuring out what that Bluefoot doing in your bunk. But a true friend inside the prison means so much. It means so much because, we get to them times when we start losing family members while being incarcerated. You lose your girlfriend. You lose so much. A girlfriend that you consider that you love, and then that you hear about, she don't write you no more. She don't do anything. She don't support you. She done left you. You gonna be in a down mood. So a friend, is there. Hey man, don't worry about that. I got a sister. Yeah. I got a home girl.
All right, let's ask you a question from one of your subscribers. They ask you, what kind of person were you when you were in the streets before you went to prison? How bad were you?
I was bad. I was pretty bad before I went to prison. Before I went to prison, I was considered a thug. I was a real bad actor, and it was hard to trust me. It was hard to trust me. They called me Dre Dog. So with that Dre Dog mentality, I was more living a role of a gangster.
So what was your stats in Alameda Plaza?
My stats was is pretty high. Tax is pretty high. And people, they respected me in the hood. And if I took something from somebody in the hood, I did that deliberately. I did that because I didn't care about the other person's feelings. Or I didn't care, period.
So you was a hood star.
I ain't gonna say I was no hood star. No, I was respected in my hood. I was totally respected. And I gave respect to those who it was due to. But I was highly respected in the neighborhood.
How did the other people feel about you? If somebody else, what do you think other people thought about you?
You know, some people didn't like me. Some people didn't like me, period. Didn't like me. They didn't like the way I, did things. But some of them, they talked behind my back and didn't say it in my face. I had the ones that disliked me.
How many of your friends stood with you when you got your sentence in the prison?
Oh, quite a few. Quite a few was there for me when I went to trial. And I had a couple of partners that through the course of time, through the years I did, they stayed in contact with me. They stayed in contact with my mother. And they was some true friends when I got out. They was there for me.
So you're saying that when you got your sentence, all your friends that respected you in the hood stuck with you?
No, I ain't gonna say that. I came up in the time of the 80s. And when I got arrested in 1990, the code, I guess, was totally different than it is today. And back then, it was for each his own in a way.
For each his own.
Yeah.
So nobody remembered you. And how many people sent you money or how many of your friends put money on you?
I told you, I only had a couple homeboys that stuck with me.
But most of them didn't.
No.
They didn't.
And that's how it is. You don't expect. You probably expect that one that really you felt that was there for you. If he wasn't there for you, that let you down, and you really was you feel bad about that. But I had a couple homeboys that was true homeboys to me that had got incarcerated also while I was already incarcerated, so they was knocked out the box.
So you consider lucky?
I consider to be lucky.
What do you have to say to those who are headed to prison? And they have a lot of friends around them that they're representing for.
Yeah, don't expect them to be there for you.
Don't expect them for you.
You don't have to expect them to be there for you. You would like for them to be there for you, but don't expect them to be there for you.
So you're saying don't trust your friends that you hang out?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that. I'm saying that the one person that's going to be there for you is that one person is going to be your mother, and you expect that. You expect that. I don't expect my friends to take care of me in prison. No, I didn't expect that. So I didn't feel let down when they didn't. I just didn't.
But most of your friends did not contact you while you were in prison.
Yeah, some.
First
of all, instead of saying most of my friends, I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a lot of associates, people I dealt with. I didn't have a lot of friends. I told you, a couple of my friends, they was there for me. They was there for my mother, and that's what I appreciated more so than being there for me, being there for my mother. They was there for my mother.
Yeah,
that's what I respected more so than anything. I had partners, BK, out of Glen Iris, kept me with pictures. I had partners, Blair Farrakhan, kept me with money. Yeah, I had partners that took care of me until they got knocked out the box. I can go name some names. Jonathan Coleman. Yeah, Jonathan Coleman on the Waltz Nest. Yeah, kept me with pictures, kept me with some money. Was there for me when I got out. These guys weren't even out my neighborhood. They weren't even out my neighborhood. And I can go on about a lot of guys that did stuff for me. And I can go on about guys that I met inside the institution that was partners of mine and gotten out and took care of me.
What happened to troublemakers in prison?
You get sick. Or you get beat up by somebody. You get dealt with. Troublemakers. They got a place for troublemakers. They got segregation. They'll lock you back there. They'll lock you back there for your remaining your time. And I wouldn't want to be in SIG. I wouldn't want to be in a place where I have to rely on somebody to fix my food and hand it to me through the bars or hand it to me through a tray. I wouldn't want to be in SIG. And I experienced solitary confinement several times throughout the years that I did, and I truly didn't like that. But I was blessed to have, some partners and a good mother that kept me with ecoms, kept me with money to go to commissary. Yeah. And I had a hustling ability for myself to make it for myself inside the institution. Make my own money. I didn't rely on nobody to buy nothing for me. I did it for myself. I'm a man. I was a man in the penitentiary. I wasn't no boy.
You sound like a player.
No, I gotta sound like a player.
Cause I look at some other prison channels, and they talk a lot of shit.
Well, also, I consider myself as a man that the women like, so I kept myself around a lot of female officers. And I had a lot of partner laws officers. I had partner officers and used to go to commissary and we would buy stuff and we would spread with the officers. And the officers knew that they could come to my cell and get them something to eat anytime. And they would go down to the commissary and buy me whatever I wanted. Yeah.
So you saying that if you want your time to go by smooth, do it the Andre Wade way?
You better do it. You better do it. You don't do it as a fool, because they got a place for a fool in there and they'll deal with you. But if you do it and you ain't making enemies, don't go in there making enemies. You don't want to go to prison and make enemies. If you had enemies out here, don't go in there and make no enemies, because you're in a close confinement and on a daily basis. You want people to be able to trust you. You want people to be able to listen to you. You want people to be able to help you. That's down there. And it's people that's down there in gray and white that'll help you. And I know what it's like to be able to receive a large amount of money from an officer. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to receive things from partners that gotten out, that did years with me and kept in contact with me and sent me money on the regular, sent me pictures. I had that. I didn't have, my sad moments was moments when I lost my grandparents, when I lost my father, when I lost my stepfather. But even the officers on the unit, the facility that I was on, made it so comfortable for me when I lost my father. When I lost my father.
Don't make any enemies.
Don't make no enemies. You don't want to make no enemies. You don't want nobody that's not going to trust you inside the prison. You want somebody to be able to trust you, trust your word, because you got I knew a lot of Spanish guys. I knew a lot of Spanish guys that I had met while I was down there. And I can truly name one. That was Castillo. Castillo was a Mexican mafia. And that boy loved me. That man loved me. And always was there for me. Always. That man was there for me.
Mexican mafia.
Yes, he was a Mexican mafia. Old Castillo. Lord, man, that was me and my boy Castillo. We did a lot of hustling together. We did a lot of things. And it wasn't, you couldn't go to Castillo and tell him something bad about me. Castillo would bring you in front of him and tell Dre what you just told me. And those are the kind of characters of people that I prefer to be around, because you have a lot of jealousy people. You have a lot of hateful people, and they'll just say things behind your back, and they'll tell a lie behind your back that's something that is not true. So I was the kind of person, if somebody came to me and told me something about a person that I deal with that's considered my partner, I wouldn't talk about, say, okay, I'm gonna go take that person in front of that person and tell him what you just told me.
So loose lips sink ships.
You goddamn right. Word of mouth. Word of mouth. I told you in one of my videos, word of mouth can get you in trouble. The word of mouth.
Yeah.
And if that truth ain't coming out of your mouth about somebody, then you're gonna get in trouble in prison. You're gonna get in trouble. That better be true.
Mind your own business.
Well, yeah, you gotta mind your own business. That's one of the main things. That's the first thing you learn. The first thing you learn, and I'm saying this to anybody that's facing a sentence, and anybody that has somebody that's incarcerated, you let them know, minding your business, that keeps you out of trouble. That keeps you from getting hurt. when you mind your business. Because when you in somebody's business, they're going to get you out of theirs. And they're going to deal with you, especially if it's a dangerous person. If it's a dangerous person and you in his business, you got something that your word in your mouth about him, you're going to get dealt with. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And I ain't talking about sometime, lives be taken inside of prison behind word of mouth.
You witness people get beat up a lot?
I witness people getting beat up inside the institution on the regular. You seen fights. You seen stabbings. If you know, like I said, if you don't maximum security unit, like I said, I can't too much talk about minimum security because I did most of my time on maximum security. So if you're on a maximum security unit, you are surrounded by maximum security offenders. People that's got 75 years, people that's got 50 years. These people ain't got time to be worrying about what somebody said or what somebody is doing. You got people trying to get out of prison. They not trying to continue to do their sentences. Some of them trying to keep that good behavior so they can make parole, to stay out of drama. They don't want to have to go hurt nobody to pick up some more time while they're there. Those are the kind of individuals that I basically dealt with on a regular basis.
So the Andre Wade way through prison, you made it through, you player.
No, instead of saying players, throwing player out there, man.
4 fights in 20 years?
Yeah, and that's because when you stab somebody or you beat somebody with something, you ain't got to worry about nobody messing with you because they know there ain't going to be no fighting. Ain't going to be no fighting. You going to have to do something. You going to have to do something messing with me in them days. But I'm a passive guy now. I'm a humble guy. It's a lot that I accept that I wouldn't have accepted in them days. I accept that because I don't want to give the people another opportunity to give me something larger than they already had given me.
What problems do you see with the younger guys that were coming in?
Well, the more younger guys came in, they was more gang members that was coming in, and they was surrounding themselves with other gang members. So if you affiliated yourself in that manner and you was a gang member, then there were some things that, you had to do if the gang did. So you couldn't say, well, I'm not going to do that and you was a gang member. You had to do it. So with that, this is Andre Wade with Just Release. Don't forget when you tell somebody, tell them hit that like button. Hit that like button, and I'll be back with something else.